had changed. She couldn't quite figure him out anymore. What kind of person was Otto? If he was to be taken seriously, then his demands for a car, house, and savings would suggest otherwise. It seemed as though he believed he was doing her a favor. Alexit, despite all those promises, not once had he touched her money. Her bank card was linked to her phone, so she would have received notifications for any expense. But there were none, indicating that Otto never used her money. Besides, he always talked big, saying things about being husband and wife without fulfilling the duties. Wasn't that like a scam? Alexit, living under the same roof, if Otto wanted to, wouldn't he find opportunities? Furthermore, she realized that Otto also locked his own door from the inside. Thinking of this, Amina felt angry. What's up with him? Defending against me as if I were a thief? Is it because I'm not attractive enough, or not curvy enough? Really? Giannis, so early? Otto answered the call. Clinton laughed and said, Clarence, settle brother. Hope I'm not disturbing your rest. I've already set off, and we'll be at your door in 15 minutes. Otto understood Clinton's intentions and immediately replied, all right, I'll grab some breakfast first. See you later. After breakfast, Amina went to work. With the upheaval at Jiangzhou Hospital, there would certainly be plenty going on. Otto leisurely finished his breakfast and saw Clinton downstairs. Clarence, settle brother. Over here. Getting into the car, the convoy headed straight for the Jiangzhou Sheraton Hotel. Otto asked in surprise, Giannis, staying at a hotel? Clinton smiled. Isn't this convenient? I'll stay here. As they arrived, the doorman welcomed them. Inside the lobby, a dedicated service manager and butler escorted them to the exclusive elevator directly to the top floor. This floor, spanning 1,200 square meters, belonged to the presidential suite, featuring 4 bedrooms and 1 living room. Just as Otto entered, Jane ran over with a sweet smile. Hello, Giannis Andrew. Clinton frowned but smiled. Daughter, you should call him Damien. Jane immediately corrected herself. Hello, Damien Andrew. Clinton paused suddenly, looking at Otto. Giannis, I just realized something. Although our surnames are different, it's coincidental. My surname is Yu, yours is Andrew, and our characters differ by just a stroke. Otto opened his mouth in disbelief. You really are talented, Clinton. He smiled. Giannis, you're amazing. Khaleesi, come here. Let Damien check your pulse. Otto spoke. When it came to medical treatment, Clinton didn't meddle anymore. He stood quietly beside Otto, looking tense. Meanwhile, at the traditional Chinese medicine department of Jiangzhou Hospital, Ilium was excitedly pounding on the desk. Damn, what goes around comes around. Forrester will probably die in prison this time. Anyway, I need to give Clarence Settle Andrew a call. He can return to work right away. Amina interjected. Director, I think it's better not to call. Otto probably won't come back to work. Ilium sighed regretfully. What a pity. Such a good doctor. The Jiangzhou Hospital seems too shallow now. On the emergency side, Kevin couldn't help but laugh heartily. With Forrester in trouble, his chances of becoming deputy director had increased significantly. Truly, while some were happy, others were anxious. Those who usually conspired with the Wu family were now thoroughly deflated. But they were glad they weren't taken away like Clarence and Dagong. Back at the Sheraton Hotel, after diagnosing Jane, Otto told her, Khaleesi, go play. As Jane left, Clinton turned serious. Clarence, settle brother. Tell me the truth. What's the situation? Otto looked at Clinton. Giannis, be honest with me. Did you or someone in your family take Khaleesi to the Tibetan plateau? Clinton was surprised. Does that matter? Otto nodded. It does. Have you heard of Garuda in the Tibetan region? You mean rebirth through fire? Clinton's expression changed instantly. Otto nodded. Looks like you know something about it. According to legend, when Garuda is about to be reborn through fire, the first person it sees will have its soul absorbed. Khaleesi's condition is similar. It may sound mystical, but in traditional Chinese medicine, there has always been talk of lost soul syndrome. Khaleesi is a typical case of this. With a sudden slap, Clinton hit himself hard, feeling remorseful. It's all my fault. If only I hadn't taken Khaleesi there. Otto comforted him. Giannis, what's done is done. No use regretting it now. Rest assured, while it's difficult, it's not impossible. I promise Khaleesi will recover. Clinton stood up and said, thank you, little brother. Without staying for long, Otto came out. Clinton saw him off at the door and handed him a key. Young brother, here's a car for you to use. Giannis. Before Otto could refuse, Clinton said seriously, I won't ask about the treatment fee. Take the car first. This much face you should give your brother. Everything is set up under your name. Insurance is all paid. Otto was surprised. Giannis, how did you? Clinton laughed heartily. Just an ID card. It's not difficult. Besides, it's giving money, not taking. That's even less important, right? Forget the car. Have you seen the news? Some guy suddenly got married and gained a wife and a house. Preliminary logic. Don't refuse. If you consider me a brother, don't be so formal. Kalins had come to this. Otto stopped refusing and nodded, saying, thanks. Following Clinton, Otto found the car, a brand new BMW X7 with the highest configuration. The car itself cost over 2 million yuan. With its imposing body and luxurious features, Otto was very satisfied. He didn't like the G-Class because it wasn't comfortable to sit in and wasn't a strong off-road. The license plate number was impressive too, Abdul A9999. While it couldn't match the most prestigious numbers, it was still a coveted one that could fetch 800,000 yuan just for the plate in Jiangzhou. He drove back to the Apricot Grove residential area. Otto pondered over the Clarence family's issues and Khaleesi's illness, both of which needed immediate solutions. To resolve these, he needed to enhance his strength. Immediately, Otto started cultivating, the profound heaven diagram circulating within his body. Unconsciously, it was evening. Amina didn't return today, probably working the night shift. Being a doctor, midnight shifts were inevitable. At 10 o'clock at night, Clinton called again. Clarence, settle brother. Where are you? Come out for a drink with your brother. Otto could tell Clinton's mood wasn't good. He agreed immediately, understanding Clinton's guilt after realizing his daughter's illness was related to him. Sure, I'll go, Otto replied. He drove to the bar. A valet boy greeted him right away. After parking, someone asked, Kaler, do you have a reservation? Otto nodded. Find Clinton. It's Mr. Yu's friend. Please follow me. As soon as he walked into the bar, he heard the DJ announce loudly, Mr. Yu has opened 10 rounds of drinks for everyone in the house. Everyone cheered. Under dim lighting, dazzling neon lights, pulsating music, sexy dancers, and flirtatious strangers, the air exuded an atmosphere of desire. This was Otto's first time in such a place. A woman wearing ultra-short pants that almost revealed half her buttocks walked by, winking at him. Otto muttered, Mommy, my goodness, is this heaven? In the top-notch private room, The moment Otto entered, Clinton excitedly raised his hand. Clarence Settle brother, hurry up, let me introduce a pair of sisters to you. Chapter 23 The Twin Calisters Request. As Stuart's words subsided, Otto's gaze also landed on the two women beside him. They were actually twins, identical twins at that. Their figures, heights, and facial features were practically indistinguishable. Even when dressed identically, it was a challenge for Otto to tell who was the elder sister and who was the younger. Both of them were dressed provocatively today, one in a purple lace cutout dress, the other in a black one. At first glance, they seemed similar to girls from nightclubs. However, Otto knew otherwise. These twin sisters had a different demeanor and aura compared to nightclub girls. Stuart stood up. Clarence Settle Giannis, let me introduce you to the two remarkable women from the Jiangzhou Wan family. This one in black is the elder sister, Tisha, and this one in purple is the younger sister, Noemi. Turning to the Adelia, Stuart said, younger sisters, this is Otto, my little brother. This was the first time the sisters met Otto, so they were quite curious about his identity. What kind of person could be so close with Stuart from the Imperial Yu family? Nevertheless, they both smiled warmly and stood up together. Hello, Giannis Andrew. These two were no ordinary people. Despite being women, they handled social interactions gracefully and left a warm impression on everyone. Tisha laughed and said, Giannis Andrew, whenever you come to the bar, do let me know. I'll waive your fees. Surprised, Otto glanced at Stuart, who chuckled nearby. Clarence Settle Giannis, these two are the owners here. Don't be too polite with them. Don't underestimate this place. Just the investment alone was 200 million. It's the largest bar in Jiangzhou, and nightly sales easily hit several million. Otto marveled inwardly. One should never judge a book by its cover. He hadn't expected the twin sisters to be so impressive. At that moment, Noemi lifted her wine glass and said with a smile, Giannis Andrew, allow me to offer you a toast. May I ask where you work? Otto smiled faintly, replying, I'm not in any prestigious position. I'm just a doctor. Doctor? Tisha's eyes lit up instantly. She was no fool. Anyone treated with such respect by Stuart couldn't possibly be just an ordinary doctor. Then she smiled and said, Giannis, are you going to introduce us more? Stuart chuckled lightly. My brother here is a miracle doctor. Upon hearing this, Tisha and Noemi exchanged glances. Noemi stood up and took out a card, a completely black one with a golden one character embossed on it. She respectfully handed it over, saying, Giannis Andrew, this is our One Entertainment membership card. With this card, you will receive a 30% discount at all our bars, KTVs, and nightclubs. Tisha also stood up. Giannis Andrew, don't refuse right away. Actually, we have a favor to ask. Otto looked at Stuart, understanding their meaning. Clearly, the Wan family had someone sick. He then replied, Calisters Wan, no need for formalities. Is there something specific? An elderly relative ill? Tisha nodded. Your perception is sharp, Giannis Andrew. Our Asher has suddenly fallen ill. We've been to various hospitals, but they can't find the cause. He's in great pain every day. It's truly agonizing. Please, Giannis Andrew, help our family. Noemi also pleaded, Giannis Andrew please. Otto paused thoughtfully before responding, ladies, it's difficult for me to comment without seeing the patient. Let me visit tomorrow and see how it goes. I cannot guarantee results without examining him. In medicine, one must always leave room for uncertainties. Doctors should never make absolute promises. Those who claim to cure all diseases or heal immediately are quacks who use harsh methods and move from place to place, making themselves hard to trace. Moreover, such people wouldn't dare offend influential families. They only deceive ordinary people. Tisha nodded. Fine. We'll come to pick you up tomorrow, Mr. Andrew. After finalizing the arrangements, they exchanged contact information, and the Adelia left contentedly. Otto smiled and said, Giannis, you really know how to give me business. Stuart chuckled. Of course, my brother's medical skills deserve patients like these. Ordinary people don't qualify. They continued drinking. Otto raised his glass. Giannis, some things are meant to be. Don't worry about Calister Kale's situation. Even if you didn't go to the Tibetan plateau, there might have been other issues. It's not your fault. Everything happens as it should. Stuart felt much better. Nodding, he said, I understand. I appreciate your concern, Clarence Settle Giannis. Stuart, don't believe in fate. No one can take my daughter from me, even the king of hell himself. It wasn't until late at night that the two finally parted ways. When Otto returned home, Amina still hadn't come back, possibly avoiding him or just working a night shift. Otto sat cross-legged with his palms facing upward. The profound sky scripture began to circulate. The ominous energy absorbed earlier from the Clarence family started to be refined into true chi. After a night of cultivation, he opened his eyes and smiled. His true chi had significantly increased within his body. It wouldn't be long before he entered the profound realm. The increase in true chi also made his medical skills more profound. This was the power of the profound sky scripture. Stepping out of the room, Amina was eating breakfast by the door, with fried dough sticks and soy milk on the table. Otto chuckled. I thought you were hiding from me. Turns out you were on night duty. Amina rolled her eyes at Otto. Who's hiding from whom? Otto shook his head. Every day eating fried dough sticks. I'm starting to miss rice noodles. Amina paused, then said irritably, eat if you want to eat. After breakfast, Otto's phone rang. It was Tisha calling. He answered the call, and hearing the woman's voice through the phone, Amina's expression changed. She stood up and walked back into the room. Otto chuckled. This girl was getting jealous. Downstairs, the Adelia were waiting at the door in a Rolls-Royce Cullinan. The twin beauties turned quite a few heads. Giannis Andrew. Noemi immediately greeted him warmly, directly taking hold of Otto's arm. Good heavens, Otto thought, startled by how firm yet pleasant it felt. The car quickly drove into the BUN residential area. Noemi introduced, Giannis Andrew were here. As soon as they entered, Otto heard the elderly man moaning in pain. Please, let me die. I can't take it anymore. Then came the sound of smashing, as the caregivers scattered, running out of the room covering their heads. Entering the room where the old man lay, Otto saw a frail, elderly man on the bed, clutching his thinning hair in agony, crying out incessantly. Seeing this, Otto frowned slightly, realizing this was far more than a simple headache. He quickly stepped forward and pressed two acupoints, shunting and shangxing, to temporarily calm the elderly man. With his other hand, he took the man's wrist to feel his pulse. As the saying goes, experts know whether someone has skills with one move. Upon seeing the elderly man stop his cries of agony, the two women were immensely relieved, glad they found the right person. Just as Otto prepared to channel some true chi into the elderly man, a harsh voice suddenly shouted, Stop! Who allowed you to touch my father? Chapter 24